Listen, shipmates, my name is Billy Bones, and I'm back from the dead. I'll tell you a story of ferocity and courage, mutiny and fellowship, a story of life and death that will send a shiver down your spine, and you can decide whether you believe it or not. It all happened about 400 years ago. A frigate called Queen Anne's Revenge plundered the waters of the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. We attacked ships carrying passengers and cargo in the dim light of dawn and dusk, when our ship was hard to see. Our captain was Edward Teach. Everybody called him Blackbeard. Tales of his cruelty and savagery are legendary. If a woman didn't give up her diamond rings, he would hack off her fingers to get his prize. He shot some of his own men through the head so that they wouldn't forget who he was. One day I, Billy Bones, and 14 of the bravest pirates started a mutiny on the ship. But Blackbeard was a cunning devil and a skillful swordsman, so he crushed the revolt. Our fate was horrible. We were marooned on a tiny island in the middle of the sea. All we had was one bottle of rum per person. No food, no water. Blackbeard's evil goodbye gift was a bunch of sabres thrown on the sand. I understood his devilish plan. Ah yes, the rum and the sabres. He thought we pirates would cut each other to pieces in a drunken rage. Days and nights in that hell of a place were a torture. The island was as tiny as a chest, thus the name of the deadly place. On this couple of square yards, we were the victims of burning sun and piercing wind. We had to survive. During low tide, we collected crabs and shellfish. Each drop of rain was precious for us, though it was not enough. We began to hallucinate, suffering from nightmares brought on by the sea devil and other horrible creatures. We were supposed to die of hunger and thirst, or to kill each other, but we didn't. I, Billy Bones, was strong enough to discipline my men, and it was I who was meant to become captain had we managed to overthrow Blackbeard. One day, we saw a sail approaching our prison island. It was Blackbeard, expecting to dance on the dead bones of his defeated enemies. Can you imagine his brutal face when he saw us all alive, though exhausted by the fierce fight for survival? Believe it or not, the evil Blackbeard decided to pardon us and take us back on board the ship. Our story of 15 pirates on a desert island was later celebrated in a famous sea dog song. A couple of centuries later, that Scotsman, Stevenson, wrote a novel about our adventures. And now, shipmates, can you name that song? Name that cursed island? And do you have any idea why old Blackbeard changed his mind and brought us back on board the ship?